Hey everyone, welcome to the Merced Crit. This is in Merced, California. This is one of the first couple weekends of the NorCal race calendar. I'm out here with Alto Velo, the jersey you see right in front of you there. That's my teammate Jack. We are a two-man hit squad today. The field is pretty small. I think it's kind of a drive for a lot of the people who live right in the Bay Area. And so the field was like 20 something people. This is the men's Pro 1-2 race. The course you can see is like a rectangle. The upper left corner used to have this like little loop it did around the courthouse that made it look like more of a figure eight. And that section was like such bad pavement that it basically forced you into like this single track section and you had to go single file through there. So that made this course really susceptible to breakaways. And last year, I think, was the first year they switched to this course with only the rectangle, maybe 2 years ago. And now you can see the road's pretty wide open. There's still a lot of sections of pretty crappy pavement, you'll notice, especially down the backside. But like this side is like 2 lanes each way. All the corners are really wide open. Corner number 2 like exits into a 1-lane road, so it tightens up a little bit, but the rest is pretty good. This backside has the worst pavement on the course, I would say now. That section before the right-hander, and then like these 2 little right-handers were pretty bad. So our game plan with just 2 of us was to key off the other teams. So Tehran had the biggest team, and we were counting on them to make the racing happen. They had like maybe 7 guys, which was like a quarter of the field. And then, so here I am following a little move, kind of not really. I think another move goes on the left side, and I see that, and I spike up again to follow that. So Tehran's in the pink, they were the biggest team, and then Cycle Sport had 2 guys who were pretty strong, so like they were probably the next biggest concern. Early on, Tehran was launching a lot of moves, and the field was doing a good job of bringing him back. And then, they would counter over them. Pretty classic. It didn't work for like the first half of the race, but eventually they had a guy get away solo, and he is already gone at this point. He is going to eventually lap up because we're not going very fast as a field, as you'll see here. And so we are racing for second at this point. The chase was like not very organized. There also just weren't that many people chasing it. I think a lot of people like had even done other races earlier in their day, so there's not a lot of motivation to chase in the field. There was a couple times where there was like good looking moves, but people would just like take one pull and pull off, and then that would be it. I didn't really make any like true efforts to get across. There was a couple times where I like rolled through and took pulls, maybe once or twice where I like accidentally got a gap just because nobody was following me through. But I was pretty content with sprinting for second. It was only one guy up the road. It wasn't like it was 3 or 4 guys, and we didn't really have the firepower to bring it back, was kind of the reality of the situation. So this sprint, you'll see this is the second to last corner right there, and then the last corner is up here. It's kind of a long ways out of the last corner. You definitely want to be like probably top 3 wheels, but I don't think you want to be first wheel through the last corner. So jumped ahead to 2 laps to go. Tehran guy launches a little move here. I maybe should have followed that. I was in a pretty good position to follow it, but had just had a talk with my teammate Jack, and had said that I would sprint and he would, give me a lead out or try to hold it together. So I let him chase that one down, and I'm sitting back here, and we're maybe only 50 minutes into this race. So I thought we still had like 10 minutes of racing for our hour-long crit. So you'll see me hanging pretty far back here. I hadn't realized that we were about to come into the bell lap, and it sneaks up on me. So I'm pretty close to the back of the field here. I thought I had time, but it turns out I didn't. So I was still just hanging around here. The expectation was that Tehran was going to line it up, do a lead out. they actually didn't like line it out super hard at the front. They only maybe had like one guy in front of their sprinter, Alex, who's been on fire this year. He's been winning everything in NorCal and down in SoCal too. So he's kind of the guy to beat in a field sprint, which is what we're coming down to here. Yeah, you can see Tarun hasn't like really put anyone on the front to control it, which I was a little bit surprised by. There was a little attack there. This is 1 lap to go now. You'll see me realize, and I'm going to pop out to the inside and put down some pretty big power there to try and get around these guys, and went full send up the inside there. I think the guy to my left had something to say about it, which is fair. I earned that. But I'm pretty reasonably close to the front here. Thankfully, small field means it's easy to go back to front. But I'm still going to try to move up on this backside because I need to get another spot or two. Right around here, Jack came back next to me, and I wanted to get on his wheel, but there's a guy on the right that kind of pinched me off of it, which I thought was fine to have one more guy in between me and the front, but you see he kind of sits up once he pinches it, so that was a bummer. So Jack did a great job getting to the front, and I would have really liked to have been on his wheel. Would have been in a great spot here. But you can see I'm just way too far back here. I think ended up coming in like 12th, which is kind of a bummer in such a small field, especially when Jack did such a great job on that lead out. Wish I had been able to convert on that one, but good learnings for the rest of the season. Thanks for watching.